Hello everyone. So welcome back to the session 4 of Unit 5 Air Compressor Applied Thermal Engineering 15ME52T. So dear students, so in this session we are going to learn about the multi-stage compressor, what is the need of the multi-stage compressor, and also we are going to compare multi-stage compressor with the single stage air compressor. And also in this, so we are going to learn about the basic working principle and the construction of the multi-stage compressor. So it may be a two-stage, or it may be a three-stage, or it may be a four-stage multi-stage compressor. And also we are going to learn the basic concept of the intercooling. So this intercooling is placed or provided so in between the two cylinders. So dear students, so before going to start the session 4, so let us flashback for the previous class what we have discussed. Dear students, in previous class we have discussed about the working principle and the basic construction of single stage reciprocating air compressor. Single stage means only we are using the one cylinder. Reciprocating means the piston is going to move up and down, and the air will be going to compress from low pressure to high pressure. So that it is called as single stage reciprocating air compressor. And basically this reciprocating air compressor is work on a principle of the pressure difference. Yes, it works on the two strokes. One is the suction stroke and another one is the delivery stroke. So what happens in the suction stroke? In suction stroke, the piston is going to move from the top to bottom, and the inlet valve is going to open and the outlet valve will be closed. So when the piston is moved from the top to bottom, the air will be going to suck because the vacuum is created inside the cylinder is maximum compared to the surrounding. So due to this high vacuum pressure inside the cylinder, the air will be going to drawn into a cylinder at a constant pressure, and slowly the volume of the cylinder is going to increase, and also the air is going to fill into a cylinder. And now the piston is at bottom dead center in a suction stroke. In next stroke, that is delivery strokes, what happened? The piston is going to move from bottom to the up. So while moving the piston from the bottom to the up, so what happens? The air is going to compressed, and the inlet valve will be closed, and slowly due to high pressure, the valve, that is outlet valve, will be get open, and the high compressed air is going to store in a pressure vessel. So this is a basic working principle of the single stage reciprocating air compressor. And also we have discussed about the work done for the different processes like isothermal process, isentropic process, adiabatic process, polytropic process, right? And also we have solved a simple numeric. So here I will highlight once again the basic formulas required to solve the problems, and this is very important, students. So in examination, so there is compulsory one question is asked based on this work done. It may be a polytropic, or it may be a isotropic, or it may be a isothermal. So you have to remember so these 3 to 4 formulas to solve the problems. So it is the general gas equation of the perfect gas is given by this equation, and characteristic gas equation is given by PV equals to mRT, and the work done for the isothermal it is given by 2.3 P1 V1 log of P2 V2, and this P1 V1 so we can write mR T1. And for the polytropic process, so this is a formula so which is used to find out the W, and the N value is taken from the equation. If the equation is PV raised to 1.2 equals to something value, so the N value will be the 1.2. And similarly for the isentropic process, the gamma is very important, and sometimes in problem he will not give the gamma value, so you have to assume the gamma value for the air is 1.4, and sometimes he will give the Cp value and Cv value, so you have to calculate the gamma value, that is gamma equals to Cp by Cv. And also the IP value, that is indicated power, so which can be calculated by this formula, that is WNW by 60 watts, and for single acting compressor the NW value is N, and for the double acting compressors you have to take the 2N. And also sometimes you have to kind of calculate the value. So before compression with the help of this formula, that is area into the L, that is L is the stroke length and area will be pi by 4 d square, where d is nothing but the bore diameter of the cylinder. And sometimes in problem, so you may ask to find out the bore diameter, so you can use this formula. And let us move towards the multi-stage compressor. Then question arises, so what do you mean by multi-stage and why? What is the need of this multi-stage compressor? Yes, it is very, very important. The name itself indicates multi-stage. So multi-stage means more than one cylinder. In single cylinder, what we are doing? So we are using only one cylinder for compressing the air from the low pressure to high pressure. But in a multi-stage compressor, so we are using two or more cylinders to compress the air from low pressure to high pressure. And these number of cylinders are placed in a series, and in between these cylinders, so we are providing the intercooling to cool down the high compressed air. So this arrangement is called as the multi-stage compressor. So now the question arises, so what is the need of this multi-stage compressor then? Yes, it is very, very important. So if you compare with the single stage reciprocating air compressor, so what happened? In single stage, so we can't maintain the high pressure ratio. For example, if you take the high pressure ratio like 10 bar or 12 bar in a single cylinder acting reciprocating air compressor, so what happened? So it needs the large cylinder, that is the size of the cylinder, so requirement will be a maximum to maintain the high pressure ratio of 12 bar or 10 bar. And automatically what happens, so when you compress the high pressure ratio from P1, that is 1 bar, to the 12 bar or 10 bar, so what happened? There is a increase in the temperature will be taking place while compressing the air. So due to the high temperature, so there is a chances of heating up a cylinder head. So cylinder head enagutte, so due to increase in the temperature, so cylinder head will be going to heat maximum. So due to that, so there is a chances of burning the lubricant oil inside the cylinder. So these are the different drawbacks which occurs to maintain the high pressure ratio in a single stage cylinder. So to overcome all these drawbacks or to overcome all these difficulties, so what we are doing? So we are using two or more cylinder instead of using a single cylinder. So that is which is called as a multi-stage compressor, where we are going to use two or more cylinders, and these are provided and arranged in a series, and in between these series or two cylinders we are going to provide the intercooling system. So such arrangement is called as the multi-stage compressor ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So let us discuss the working principle by considering the two-stage reciprocating air compressor, the intercooling. So I am considering the two-stage reciprocating. Two-stage means, so I have the two cylinders, the one cylinder and the second cylinder. So I am considering two cylinders. It may be a 3-cylinder or it may be a 4-cylinder. Two-stage means I have to use only two cylinders, and in between these two cylinders I have to use the intercooler. So these are the two schematic diagrams, so both are same, so you can use this one or this one. So for explanation I will take this figure. So you can see, so here it consists of the two cylinders. So one cylinder, the first cylinder is called as a low pressure cylinder and second cylinder is called as a high pressure cylinder. So in between these two cylinders I am using the intercooler, and it consists of the motor, and the crank is connected to the motor, and these two pistons are connected to the crank. That is, connecting rod of these two cylinders are connected to the crank, and this crank is rotated with the help of the external source that is called as a prime mover, that is motor we are using to run this crank. So in turn, so this first cylinder and the second cylinder are going to move up and down. And so we need the quality of the air. To maintain the quality of the air which is drawn into a cylinder, so we are providing the air filter. So what is the air filter? So the main function of the air filter is to remove the solid particulates. So solid particulate means, so it may be a dust or it may be contains the bacteria. So to remove all this dust particle or the bacteria from the air, so this air filter is provided so before entering into a cylinder. So we can get the quality of the air which is drawn into a cylinder. So how it works? So in the first cylinder, that is low pressure cylinder, so when the piston moves from the top to bottom, the vacuum is going to create in this. So due to this vacuum, the air will be get drawn into a cylinder at a constant pressure, and slowly the piston moves downward. Next half cycle, when the piston is moves upward direction, so this inlet valve will close and this outlet valve will be open, and the compressed air with the high temperature air is going to collect in a second cylinder which is high pressure. So before this, so this high temperature air is going to intercool, that is cool down the air. So here in between these two cylinders we are provided the intercooler. So intercooler is nothing but the sort of the heat exchangers where the heat is going to exchange between the cylinder and the outer atmosphere. So you can see this is a structure. So on the top surface, so we have provided the fins. The number of fins are provided on the top duct. So the main function of this fin is to reduce the heat. So when the high temperature air passes through this intercooler, the air will be going to cool down, and the cool air is then will be get collected into a second cylinder which is called as a high pressure cylinder. So when the piston moves upward direction in a high pressure cylinder, the compressed air will be going to stored in a pressure vessels. From this pressure vessel, the air is utilized for the different application. So this is what the working principle of two-stage reciprocating compressor with the intercooler. So now the question arises, so what is the importance of using the multi-stage reciprocating, that is air compressor? Yes, it's very important. So what happens, students, so when we use the single stage air compressor for compressing the high pressure ratio, so the work done required at that case is very maximum. But if you consider the multi-stage compressor, the work done will be get reduced. Why? Because here we are using the two cylinders. So what happened in one cylinder, that is low pressure cylinder, the air will be get compressed from the 1 bar to the 5 bar, and the remaining air will be get compressed from the 5 bar to the 10 bar in a second cylinder, so that the work will be get reduced, and automatically the volumetric efficiency will be improved in a multi-stage reciprocating air compressor. This is what the main basic difference between use of the single cylinder and multi-stage cylinder air compressor. And what are the advantages of multi-stage compressor? Yes, it is really ultimately the work done per kg of the air will be reduced in a multi-stage compressor by providing the intercooler between the cylinder as compared to single stage compressor. And automatically it improves the volumetric efficiency for the given pressure ratio. The pressure ratio may be 10 bar or 12 bar, so whatever it may be. It will improve the volumetric efficiency. And automatically the size of the two cylinder may be adjusted to the suit the volume and pressure of the air. And it reduces the leakage loss. Yes, it is very important. So what happens in a single stage cylinder, so due to the increase in the temperature, so there is going to damage the cylindrical head, and also there is a leakage of the lubricating oil. So to avoid that, so we are adopting this multi-stage compressor. In multi-stage compressor, so it will reduce the leakage loss compared to the single stage, and also we can maintain the uniform torque, and also the cost of the compressor is automatically going to reduce in the multi-stage compressor. So to increase the volumetric efficiency, and to maintain the compression ratio, and to maintain the leakage loss, so this type of multi-stage compressors, so we are using for the different application. It may be a 2-cylinder, or it may be use of 3-cylinder, or it may be use of 4-cylinder. And dear students, in this class, so we are going to discuss about the types of a rotary compressor and the working principle of all the types of rotary compressor. And thank you one and all. So next class we'll meet you.